solving word problems. So there are some steps when solving word problems that we routinely want to use. Number 1, read the problem. I know that sounds elementary, but most students take numbers from a problem and then try to solve without reading the problem. Number 2, underline the question. That helps you to go back and understand what you're being asked to do. Number 3, find important information. Number 4, write an equation. Number 5, draw a picture. 6, solve the problem. And 7, label and box your answer so that someone can find it. So let's look at a word problem today. So we have the problem. It says 39 books were on the top bookshelf. Marcy added 48 more books to the top shelf. How many books are on the top shelf now? So I did number 1. I read the problem. Number 2 says to underline the question. So what am I being asked to do? I'm being asked to tell how many books are on the top shelf now. Number 3 is find important information. So what is going to help me answer how many books are on the top shelf now? In order to do that, I need to know how many books were there and how many books were added or taken away. So if I go back, I can see it says 39 books were on the top. So I'm going to circle that. That's important information. So I should have a picture in my mind of a bookshelf with some books there, and there are 39. Then I also need to know that Marcy added 48 more books to the top shelf. So now I have the information. Now I need to decide what I want to do with that information. Well, if someone has books and they add books more, then I know my equation is going to be addition. So I'm going to write 39 plus 48 equals. It's only an equation if you have an equal sign after it. So it's asking me how many are. So of course I need to solve. So I'm going to make a picture. In another lesson, we learned how to use place value discs in order to solve. So step 1 was to write the problem vertically. Step 2, make your place value. So I have ones and tens. So I know the first number is 3 tens and 9 ones. This is just one way you can do it. The bottom number is 4 tens and 8 ones. This way is the most easiest because you only have to count what you have drawn. So I'm going to count together. So I know the top number is 9 because that's how many I made, plus 4 more makes 10. So I'm now going to bundle them and trade. When I trade, I want to remember to draw a new one. Now I'm going to count what's left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So I have 7 there, and then I'm going to count my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 87. And now I'm going to do with my numbers what I did here. So I have 9 plus 8, which came out to be 17, which means I have 110. So I'm going to put that 110 up here, put my 7 here. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So the last step, I solved the problem. Now the last step is to label and box my answer. So over here, I'm going to write 87, and if I go back to the question, it'll tell me 87 what? It asked me for how many books are on the top shelf, so I'm going to label it 87 books. And then I'm going to put a little A so that the teacher knows that that's my answer, and I'm going to put a box around it to show. Now I've done everything I've been asked to do for the word problem following those steps that were given in the beginning. Let's review it again. Read the problem, underline the question, find important information, write an equation, draw a picture, solve the problem, and label and box your answer. And that's what we did.